What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Under the Hood. We have a little continuation going on for you from the last episode, and I am joined by the man who only needs minds for molding, Professor Dominic Franchella. Thank you, Professor. Thank you for coming on today.
I don't know what I'm going to profess today, but for some reason you told me I look like a professor
I know.
today. So
I came in this morning and I see Dom, and the first thing that pops into my head was I felt like I was walking down the halls at Oxford. Not that I've ever been to Oxford, nor would I ever get in. But I just thought you look like so studious. Like, just, I don't even know the word for it.
And-
the glasses. It got to be the glasses.
and then nor would I get hired as a professor there.
I don't know if I would say that. Listen, you've beat the odds too many times for us to take that bet. So today we're going to continue asking Dom some questions from consumers that they don't feel they ever get an honest answer on. And I think it's important to break down these barriers. So let's dive into it. And this is something that's actually been trending a lot recently. In the news, a lot of dealers are getting in trouble for not disclosing fees and everything else on websites, buyer's orders. So the first question I want to open up with Dom is what dealer fees are actually negotiable and what is mandatory? And how can you tell what's what?
Well, I mean, I'll speak to Connecticut
Yeah.
because there's states that mandate maximum what's called dock fee to do motor vehicle paperwork. Like New York, I believe it's $175. So they mandate what the fee can be. In Connecticut, you could charge within reason whatever amount you want. So the dock fee is for actually doing all the motor vehicle processing of paperwork and registering your vehicle. So what was happening with a lot of dealers, they weren't disclosing that fee. They'd either bury it into the selling price or put it into the fine print that you need a magnifying glass on the bottom.
Yep.
So, hooray for the FTC. They got involved. And now it has to be a line item. So if you go to anybody's website or, you go into someone's dealership, they have to give you what their selling price is. And then whatever their dock fee is, here it's $745, it has to be disclosed as a line item. And then any dock fee that you're going to charge has to be negotiable. It doesn't really mean that you have to change it,
Yeah.
but you have to be willing to negotiate with the customer on the amount you're charging.
Is there our fee like $7.95 or whatever? It's what is it, 20%? I think is something you can negotiate or something like that. There's different percentages that I was looking at that people
I
say.
mean, you could really negotiate any percentage you want.
Yeah.
But if you're going to negotiate, you should negotiate fairly with everybody. So you shouldn't pick and choose where maybe Matt comes in and I take off $150 and you come in and I take off $25. So there should be some consistency in treating all customers the same way and fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy how a lot of dealers will discriminate, and that's why this exists. That's why we're doing this show, because so many people walk in and they're just like, do I go to a dealership on a Monday and come out a winner? Do I go on a Friday and come out a loser? Another really popular thing that people are interested in is dealer installed options. And should you pay for them?
Should you pay for dealer installed options?
Yeah, and I think this refers to people getting cars where they have these options on that they didn't ask for.
So they're getting a vehicle that there's options on the vehicle that they didn't want.
Correct.
So explain to me how that happened.
So from what I've read about it, it's basically where you go into a dealership, you pick a unit. I love the unit. There's these options installed. Sorry, we can't take them off. They're unique to this vehicle, whatever the story is. And so they basically get the buyer to pay more for things that they don't necessarily want or need.
So I would tell you that if you have a vehicle that you're upfitting or you're doing modifications to or customizing, let's just take, okay, we're doing a lift kit and running boards.
Yep.
I mean, once you put it on the vehicle, you're not going to take it off.
Yeah.
So if a customer comes in and chooses that vehicle, unfortunately, if they really want that vehicle, yes, they would have to pay for them. But what I would suggest, if you really don't want those options, you can order a vehicle just the way you want it or pick another vehicle. But I would tell you that it is fair if they're installed on the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's not like a dealer can then go take off the lift kit and the running boards. It's too labor intensive.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great explanation on it because people just assume that people are pushing units that have these things for a reason to make some money. So you heard it there. So try and find.
Sorry.
I
just
was gonna
had,
say, in case anyone who's been watching hasn't figured it out yet, we are sitting just outside of our service department in our store. This is not a studio. So we do have people that sometimes like to make guest appearances, even when we don't have them booked.
Yeah. We welcome them.
Exactly.
but I think I know another, like, one of those dealer options which people talk about a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, Dom, especially you, like some dealerships have like nitrogen filled like tires.
Oh, that's
Nitrogen-filled tires?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. I have heard of that.
They use they'll literally charge you an extra $1.50 because they put nitrogen in the tires, like, instead of normal
Yeah,
air.
because they say it doesn't fluctuate or whatever, it doesn't lose.
Yeah, and then if you ever want to get your tire refilled, you have to go back to the dealership because that's the only way you can put more air in.
So let me ask you a question, Matt. If you went to a dealer and they wanted to charge you, what did you say, $1,500?
Yeah.
Because they filled your tires with nitrogen. You just graduated. You're a very sensible young man. What would you tell a dealer?
Why can't I just get normal air?
We'd have to bleep. We have to do some bleeping.
I just want tires that have air in them. I don't want the nitrogen.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, again, listen, dealers do a lot of things, but I mean, I don't think they could really force you to take a car with nitrogen-filled tires for $1,500. But I guess maybe what you're saying is people just say, okay, they pay the $1,500 and they have to go back to the dealer. But I mean, I would just look at the dealer like, okay, well, you can take the nitrogen tires off. I just want regular tires, or I'll just choose another vehicle.
Yeah.
If you're saying that every vehicle a dealer has nitrogen-filled tires, it's a different story.
I've seen a dealer that does do that, actually. They have every single vehicle on their lot filled with nitrogen air.
That seems super risky. I mean,
Well, I would tell you not to go buy a vehicle from
yeah.
that dealer.
Are they still in business? Can we look them up?
Yeah, yeah, I think they are.
Well, here's another one. While we're talking about this, this is one that I think we actually used to do here. I don't know if we do it anymore. What is VIN etching, and is it worth the fee?
I like your questions. There's value to everything. So when you say, is VIN etching worth the fee? It depends on what the fee is. So, somebody that's charging $1,000 for a VIN etch, no, it's not worth the fee. Somebody that's charging $249, it may be worth the fee. But VIN etching has kind of somewhat been phased out. But what VIN etching is your VIN number is etched into all windows, windshield, all glass. And if your vehicle is stolen, it's a way to identify your vehicle. And when you buy it, you get an insurance policy. So depending on the policy, you may get $2,500 or $5,000 in addition to what your insurance company is paying you for the vehicle that's been stolen. So, I mean, you can't really answer the question. I'll answer it. If it's a reasonable fee, it's worth it. If it's not, it's not.
Yeah, I think it's very much based upon the individual and also the circumstance. I mean, if I was picking up a Raptor R, I'd probably want to take every precaution possible. But if I'm buying a car that's 10 years old, maybe not. I mean, you guys have to decide for yourselves. Here's another fun one. Are there fees that will appear on your contract that weren't mentioned during the negotiation, particularly in the F&I office?
Here, absolutely not. And other dealers, absolutely. So what I recommend is don't leave a dealership without a signed, executed purchase order. And when you go back to take delivery of your vehicle, have that in hand. And if you're financing the vehicle and you have a finance or a lease contract, make sure the numbers are exactly the same as your purchase agreement. So I would tell you absolutely it happens. It better not ever happen here,
Yeah.
but it happens in the car business.
No, listen, it is crazy, and the way we do things here is very different. In case you guys haven't figured that out, since we're doing a podcast, I don't know too many other dealers that are doing this format. There's a couple. We should try and get something going. We'll switch it up now. So let's talk more about sort of general dealership questions, as I would kind of put them into that category. What happens to cars that just don't get sold? They never get sold. They come to your lot, they sit forever. Do they go to the auction? Like, how does a dealer get rid of inventory that just won't move?
So we wait for a really big rainstorm, and we have area that floods back there. And then what we do is when we get the big rainstorm, we put them in the flood area with the doors and
Windows
moonroof
open.
and we
Yeah.
flood them and collect
Yeah.
insurance.
Case closed, everybody. Case closed.
So, I mean, does a vehicle never sell? Well, the answer is no, because you have to eventually sell it. If a vehicle sits here for too long, it's costing you a lot of money. So if you don't sell it to a retail customer, you end up wholesaling it or taking it to auction
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
and-
that's.
and take your loss.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything that I've seen here is just when a car gets, we discount, and they do get sold. Here's another one about fees for dealer swaps. So, first of all, can you transfer a car from another dealer, and should you pay a fee for that?
Well, here's the answer, yes. So if a customer is looking for a certain vehicle, we have the ability to search any dealer in the country. And if they have that vehicle, we try to acquire it for the customer. The next part of your question is should there be a fee charged?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you. So if you came in and you wanted me to go to Michigan to get a certain vehicle,
Yeah.
and I said to you, we will, but we're going to have to transport it, and here's the fee that we're going to charge. So I would tell you that it really depends on the situation,
Yeah.
but we would disclose it, and it would be a line item on your purchase order. We would never charge a fee to go and swap or acquire a vehicle in the tri-state area. But if you're asking us to go to
Yeah.
Florida or the Midwest or California, we're going to have to pay a transport company. So we would have to charge you a fee to get the vehicle.
Yeah, no, it really is a distance thing, and I got to remember too that it's time, resources to send people to get these things, transport costs. So I think that's super fair. Manufacturer incentives. How can you track manufacturer incentives, and how do I know which ones I qualify for? So this one has to do with kind of what we touched upon last show a little bit when we were looking at different websites where they list all these incentives and people think they're going to get them all.
So, I mean, in the Ford world, it's pretty complicated that they have a lot of incentives that can't be used with one another or only certain people qualify. How do you know what they are? You kind of rely on the dealer.
Yep.
You can do research and AI will tell you everything.
Yeah.
But there are dealers that will list 8 Ford incentive rebates that you qualify for one of them. So again, because of what dealers do. The FTC has gotten involved, and really the only incentive or rebate you could list is what every single customer that walks in the dealership qualifies for.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy when, just like if you guys go back and look at our last video when we pulled up and did a comparison, our website versus another dealer's, it really is misleading. And I think that's kind of the old world mentality versus the new world, where it's basically, hey, let's do everything we can to make it look really good to get the person down here. And that's all old world stuff. That's like car dealers in the 80s, right? But yeah, I think
it's okay to have your selling price, your discount,
yeah,
the
absolutely.
rebate everybody qualifies for, and down below list the number of rebates that you may or may not qualify for. But it's not right to have a selling price with your discount and list 6 rebates that you're going to come in and find out that you qualify for one of them.
Yeah. So, guys, we have AI. It's 2026. I would definitely utilize it. It can be a big advantage and help you with something like this. Next question we have here is, what does out the door price mean, and should I always ask for it?
Out the door price means the price that you're going to have to pay once taxes and fees are added,
So everything together.
or anything in addition to the vehicle you're purchasing. So if you want an out the door price, you want a price that includes taxes, reg fees, whatever other fees there are. So you know that when you come in, it's going to cost you $50,375, and that's the out the door.
Yeah. And do you feel like it's a good practice to ask for that always, just to leave yourself not vulnerable for getting more charges later, or see the bottom line?
I mean, I think that before you leave a dealership, you should review your purchase order so their line item, instead of asking for what the out the door price is, because you can see each line item, selling price, whether they have any add-ons, sales tax, registration fee, dock fee. For me to just give you an out the door price, you're just basically accepting a price on a purchase order that's signed by the dealer and signed by a customer.
Yeah.
It's giving you every line item and how you're getting to the total.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to think of like that. So yeah, it's another open ender for me on that. Here's kind of a same category as that last question. Should I tell the dealer my budget up front, or will that hurt me?
Well, I mean, so here's the thing, right? I mean, it could hurt you in a lot of dealerships because they're going to know what your monthly payment that you want to get to.
Yeah.
And they're going to figure out how to best benefit them and put you in a vehicle that works for them.
Yep.
So what I would say is if I'm going in a dealership, I would first choose a vehicle that I want, make sure that I want that vehicle, and then I wouldn't disclose anything other than ask what the selling price is. I wouldn't ask a lease payment. I wouldn't ask a finance payment. I would say, this is the vehicle I want, this brand new Bronco. What is the selling price? And are there any Ford incentives? So you have that, right? So you know what that is.
Yeah.
If you go to payment, and a lot of dealerships, they're going to figure out, well, I could put you in an 84-month loan and keep you at $400 a month and put you in the vehicle they want. So I would tell you that I wouldn't go into a dealership and say, here's my budget.
Yeah.
I would go into a dealership saying, I'm looking for a Bronco. Once I figure out which one, I'd ask for the selling price, and then everything else after that is going to be disclosed to you.
Yeah. No, it's important. I mean, you can't just lay all your cards on the table because you're right. And listen, that's a fantastic answer and good advice for anyone who is not familiar with the car buying experience. And I know it feels overwhelming to a lot of people. Some people are now actually, and we'll take a quick pause here for a second because I actually really want to get your opinion on this. What do you think about people that turn to brokers and these guys that play middleman, trying to source vehicles for people, because I've noticed it's becoming more and more popular. Like
What's the one guy's name that's all over Instagram? You know what it is,
Tommy.
man? What is it?
it's Tom.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy what?
I don't know his last name, but I know his company's called like Delivered.
Can we pull him up?
Delivered.
Can we pull him up here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could definitely pull him up.
Can I pull him up on Instagram?
Yeah,
What am
yeah.
I searching for?
Yeah, we could pull him up.
All right, here. I'm going to play a little clip from Tommy over here. Seems to have a lot.
Yeah, put it right up to the mic.
I'm gonna. It seems like he has a lot of followers, because this little clip has 435,000 views. Wow. How to buy a new car, 2025. Wow. Let's see what Tommy, the broker, has to say.
Apparently, a lot of people do not understand the best way to get a good deal on a new car. So I'm going to break it down for you step by step, because everybody deserves to get a good deal on a new car. If you guys don't know, my name's Tommy and I get paid to negotiate car deals. I do anywhere between 150 to 200 car deals on a monthly basis. So I'd like to say I'm an expert. Step one, pick a car, but only one type of car. Don't pick two or three. Don't compare the RAV4 and CRV and negotiate on both. A, you lose negotiation power, but B, this is how people have buyer's remorse and you lose focus on the main goal. So if we're trying to get the best possible deal, focus on one make or model and then compete out. Step two, you need to get a baseline for your numbers. There are two different ways to do this. First off, you can go down physically to your local dealership, ask them for numbers, spend however long it takes to get those numbers, and then leave. You'll need them for the next step. Or step two, you can also go through and do everything online and over the phone. That's how I recommend it, because buying a car is an emotional decision. And when you're in store, dealerships are very good at selling you on buying a car that day, and that will not work on getting the best possible deal. So once you get a baseline of those numbers, it's time for step three. Something to note, you need to get these numbers down in writing. If you're in store over the phone, it doesn't matter. It's one of the reasons why I like over the phone, because you have more options to do this. But even if you're in store, there's plenty of chances that the dealership might not let you take the numbers. If you're in store, you want to just take a quick picture of that. But if you're at home, just keep calling dealerships. It might take 5 or 6 until somebody gives you numbers in an email. Now that you have your baseline numbers, this is where things get really complicated. You're going to take these numbers and you're going to shop them to every single dealership that you can. My recommendation is go anywhere between 5 to 10 dealerships and ask them if they can beat this deal. If you're willing to beat the deal, you'll consider buying from them, and keep doing this over and over and over again, taking the best numbers and keep shopping them until nobody's willing to beat the price. Pro tip, if you want the best results, open your radius very wide and shop the biggest cities first. Once you shop the biggest cities, then go local and have them try to compete with that deal.
I think I could say what he just said in a sentence.
So here's the problem with Tommy. So you know. First of all, it sounds like Tommy had quite a few energy drinks doing that video.
Just a few, yeah.
Time is money. So Tommy is telling you to call 10 dealerships. So try to call 10 dealerships, and by the time you get to talking to somebody and doing things, figure out how much time that takes. He also talks about expanding your radius. So he wants you to call a dealership that may be 30, 40, 50 miles away.
Yep.
Well, what about driving there and back from that dealership? So Tommy, I don't know who really listens to him.
Apparently a lot. I'm shocked.
Or he says that, how many did he say a month, Matt, that he does?
Just 150 to 200. Yeah, 150 to 200.
If someone's
like
paying, 150 people are paying him $1,000 to negotiate a deal for them, I can't figure it out. But we're going to do one better. We just listened to Tommy. We're going to contact him. I'm going to find a way to get him on the phone during one of our podcasts.
This is hilarious.
But here's what I would tell you. You don't need to call 10 dealers. You don't need to expand your radius. You don't need to do any of the things that Tommy just told you. Just follow one rule. Do not give them what payment you want to get at. Pick a vehicle, get a selling price, and get everything written on a buyer's order. But Tommy is not doing anybody any favors charging them $1,000, because there's no way on many of the vehicles here could he ever save you $1,000.
Yeah, it just seems like it's so it doesn't really make sense to me. So I know somebody who actually is a broker, but he's a broker for a lot of actors who just don't have the time to do it. And these people are certainly not complaining about a price. And it's a very small group of clientele he has. But this guy sounds like he's willing to take anybody and everybody and just pit the dealers against each
It's
other.
one thing to get a broker to negotiate a price on a luxury vehicle, a
Yeah.
high-end vehicle,
Yeah,
because
exactly, yeah.
$1,000 you can save
That's what I mean.
$5,000.
Like-
but he's not saving you $1,000 on a Ford Bronco Sport or a Bronco. He's not saving you that kind of money. So in the long run, you're wasting your time and paying more money
Yeah.
to him to do something that you're able to do, and not calling 10 dealers that will take you hours.
Yeah, I wonder if he's actually getting to the point where he's trying to get that 1,000, convincing the customer, we'll get it out of the dealer. Don't worry about it. We'll kind of
Well, I'm sure
structure it that
he
way.
has- he
Gotta
has-
be.
Has to present value.
Because I don't know anybody that would literally willingly just give up $1,000, because that's big when you're negotiating on a car, to just do that. So, and the people that are in a certain, income, like, they don't need Tommy. You know what I mean?
You
It's,
know what we're going to look up? Does he have Google reviews?
it's a little crazy, but
What's this guy's name again?
I've seen on it
Tommy Delivered is his.
on his videos. I've seen a lot in the comments saying probably his most valuable service in actuality is like demystifying the process of buying a car.
Well, it's funny because like he's monetizing crap out of it on social media. I mean,
Yeah.
the money he's got to be making. So UPS is here. UPS got to come through. That's how you know, or you're too late. UPS has to come through. We got to have him on, dude. I feel like we've blocked him like 5. It just happens.
But yeah, a lot of people really do like just watching the videos themselves, especially the negotiation process. I've seen a lot of people how have been like, I don't even need to like pay for Tommy because I can just watch the videos and learn it myself, what he's doing for negotiating, like contacting these
Well,
dealers.
he's still making money on social media. He's got to be. He's got to be getting, with those kinds of numbers, you're getting paid on both ends.
Yeah, I wonder.
So, yeah, listen. I think we should definitely push to make it happen. Let's get in
We'll
touch
try,
with him.
we'll
Let's get
try
him
to
a call.
talk to
Clue
Tommy.
us in, Tommy. Clue us in.
Clue us in. All right, guys. So we
That'd
hope
be
you
super.
enjoyed this episode. We will be doing a part 3 and asking Dom some more questions. So in the meantime, if you guys have questions, and I'm speaking directly to everybody that's either in the tri-state or one of our viewers, if you guys want your questions answered, make sure you comment them on any of our posts. We will be checking. We will be getting to them. We definitely want to start a conversation with you guys. So on that note,
hold
Mr.
on.
Franchella.
Hold on before we close out.
Yeah.
So I would just want to inform our listening audience that on June 20th, we are going to have a customer appreciation event.
Yes.
And at this customer appreciation event, it's the first time ever, we are going to have a raffle. So if you attend the event, you're entered into a raffle, and the raffle is to win a 2-year lease on a brand new 2026 Bronco Outer Banks.
Wow.
So the event will be on June 20th from 12 to 5. We'll have food trucks, we'll have giveaways, but most importantly, you'll be entered into a raffle, and it's based on the number of people that come. So you might be 1 in 100, you might be 1 in 200, you might be 1 in 300. But if you attend the event, you can enter into the raffle and be eligible to win a 2-year lease on a brand new Bronco.
Wow. That's I haven't seen that very often where people are giving away cars and everything else. So guys, you heard it. Please come down for the event. We will be posting about it. We will keep you up to date, but we hope to see you there. Maybe we'll even do a live episode that day. Maybe we should.
We should.
We should do like a live.
podcast.
Yeah, like
Maybe
a live
we could
podcast.
get Tommy on that day.
Yeah, maybe we can invite him. We can invite
Yeah.
him. He can. We can say, Tommy, you don't have to negotiate for anybody because we're giving it away.
Just one quick shout out. Our guy Matt over here graduated
Absolutely.
from Quinnipiac
Maddie.
this
Woohoo!
past weekend. What was your degree in, Matt?
I got a bachelor's in communications with a minor in film and television production.
Nice.
That's
Now
what
I'm gonna
talking
I'm
about.
gonna give you a master's in life. So you're gonna get your master's in life next.
From Franchella University.
He says I'm the professor.
He is the professor. See,
Dean
he's
of
running with
students.
it. Thank you, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.